Whew. Hey, what's up? Now, I've been eyeing this for a while now, and I was finally able to grab the Dirigera Smart Hub from IKEA as soon as it was released. Some of you who are on the old Tradfiri Gateway, you might want to stick around for this.
You're gonna want to hear this story.
For anyone new here, I'm going to tell you how this brand new Smart Hub by IKEA is going to change the smart home game for the better, and why you need this in your smart home setup as well.
I need this.
What's up, my friends? My name is JAI, and I make videos on the technology in our lives and how we can use them to make our lives easier. Hey, if that sounds good to you, let's kick it together. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So some of you might not know, but IKEA has been in the smart home game for quite a while now. The Tradfiri Gateway, which was IKEA's older generation hub and the one that some of you might actually own, was their first foray into this space. And it was a rocky start. Users complained about the reliability as well as the clunkiness of the app.
This is trash.
Now, although it supported HomeKit and it had that adaptation, it was very unreliable through there as well. But look here, the company is about to change that with new hardware as well as a brand new app. I initially bought the Tradfiri compatible light bulbs a couple months back, not knowing that it actually needed a gateway or a hub. As I did some more research, I realized that I needed one. So I looked online, tried to get the Tradfiri hub, but it was completely sold out.
Sold out?
Yeah.
I had no idea that IKEA was revamping this gateway, and I wasn't aware of all the issues that people experienced with it. As I mentioned, as luck would have it, the Tradfiri was sold out across the country, and I couldn't get my hands on one. If it was available, I probably would have been so antsy and so impatient that I would have bought one anyway.
Give it to me.
So I'm glad that it was actually sold out. I did some digging at that time and I found that the Dirigera Smart Hub that IKEA was about to release will be compatible with the Tradfiri light bulbs, so I was super excited about that. Dirigera Hub is supposed to be backwards compatible with all the Tradfiri accessories, not just the light bulbs, so keep that in mind. It also has a plethora of supported connectivity options this time around, as opposed to the Zigbee only Tradfiri Gateway. Now this includes Wi-Fi, Matter, Thread, and of course, Zigbee. My lights were collecting dust and I was waiting to actually pick up the hub first so that I can hook everything up and show you guys the process. I gotta say, the setup process was incredibly smooth and the new companion app looks minimal and clean. The packaging was simple as you would expect and nothing inside but the hub itself, instructions, and a power cable and Ethernet cable. That's the IKEA way. Now, one thing to note, when plugging in the gateway, make sure you have it hooked up through an Ethernet cable to your router, because this does not have Wi-Fi setup out of the box. I had to actually hook it up to my router in order to continue the setup process. I don't know why IKEA did this, but for me anyway, it wasn't a big deal because I connect all of my smart home hubs to Ethernet because it's the most reliable. I never connect any smart hubs through Wi-Fi.
The answer is never. Do you hear me? Never ever!
After downloading the new IKEA Home Smart app, the setup process was quite easy. The only complaint I have here is the way you have to reset an IKEA light bulb. It's almost like a Morse code pattern that you have to follow exactly to the T, or you won't get into the pairing mode.
Give me your pencil. It's Morse code.
Took me a couple tries, but I was finally able to get it set up and paired with the hub. I really hope that IKEA changes this way of pairing because it is a pain and is probably the worst implementation I've ever seen. After being paired, both the IKEA Tradfiri bulbs work seamlessly with the new app. Now I'm gonna be completely honest here, I haven't opened the IKEA app since I set it up. That's because everything shows up in my Apple and my Google Home app. I don't use Alexa, but it does work with that platform as well. Within Apple Home, I can create scenes easily and I can group it with other devices, so there's really no use in me using the actual IKEA Home app, although it does have quite a bit of functionality within there. I'll kind of show you a little bit of that while I'm talking here, but honestly, if you're using Google Home or Apple Home, you probably don't need to use the IKEA Home app. My one complaint about these specific bulbs is that it doesn't really have a great selection of hues or colors. The brightness maxes out pretty dim as well. However, I know as IKEA starts bringing compatible devices to this new gateway, we will see a lot more choices and a lot more reliability from this company. Now the price raises some eyebrows as well, and it's not very IKEA-esque, if you will. The previous Tradfiri Gateway was a lot cheaper than the current price of the Dirigera. We're looking at $80 Canadian for this, but hey look, maybe it's because it's so new, as well as the supply chain issues that we've been facing in the tech industry, and probably because it includes a lot more connectivity than the previous hub. I still got on board at that price, and maybe you will too, or you could probably wait for a bit. My advice for anybody looking to add the new Dirigera hub to their smart home:
Do it. Do it.
IKEA is a leader in the home decor industry, and I see them taking off in this smart home sector because It's their bread and butter.
I like bread.
The fact that they're rebuilding the hub from the ground up just shows that they're serious about the smart home game, and this is going to be front and center moving forward throughout their entire portfolio. Let me know what you think about this hub. Do you have it? Are you thinking of getting it? What's your experience with it so far? I would love to know. Do you have any suggestions as well too with other hubs or other smart home things? I love talking about this stuff, so let me know in the comments down below, and I'm sure the entire Team Tech Venture community would love to hear this as well. Again, I'm JAI. Thank you for kicking it with me.